everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day, and the decks that I'm using today are the Norse Tarot by Clive Barrett, the Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish, and the Ancient Egyptian Tarot, also by Clive Barrett. And our first card today is the Nine of Cups. And the feeling that I get very strongly from this card is one of hospitality. And it may well be that today we have friends around and that we have not so much a partying atmosphere, but definitely a sort of meeting and talking and really sort of ironing things out. I'm very, very drawn to the blue in this man's tunic. And that to me is the colour of communication. So it does very much feel like we will be saying what's on our mind today and really laying our cards on the table, so to speak, so that those around us know exactly where we're coming from and how we feel. But I'm also very drawn to the green in the tabletop. Now, whether this is a tablecloth or whether it's just the colour that they've chosen for the actual wood of the table, I can't be sure. But it does make me think of healing, and the combination of the blue and the green together gives me the feeling that what we're dealing with is perhaps arguments and disagreements that we've had with friends previously, that we're doing our best today to really put behind us, to heal those rifts, heal those wounds through communication and through sharing our feelings with our friends, so that we can really move on together and move past any of the sort of the difficulties that we may have experienced previously. Now, to work with that, I'm going to put my sodalite crystal, which is a crystal of communication, and I'm also, for the healing aspect, going to put my green aventurine. Also for luck as well, so that we have good fortune in our endeavours to heal any rifts from the past. Now, our second card is the Green Lady of Ddraig Goch, and this has the tagline of Chosen One. Now, interestingly, when you read the booklet, the message here is one of looking after the environment, being chosen to be the caretaker of the environment around us and the planet that we live on. But I have to say that that kind of misses the whole point of what I'm feeling with this card today. This feels far more like we are indeed the chosen one. We are chosen for our destiny, and we cannot escape our destiny. It's almost as though the Green Lady is pointing the finger and saying, you have had a path placed before you, and you must travel that path. It is your destiny, and you cannot escape your destiny. And also, I'm getting very strongly, both the woman and the dragon are looking out of the card at us. It's as if they're waiting for us to take up our destiny and to continue our path to its conclusion. So that very much is the feeling that I get with this card today, one of you cannot escape your path, you cannot escape your destiny. You simply have to accept that it is the path that is placed before you, and you must travel it. And our third card today is the Lovers. Now, this is the Ancient Egyptian Tarot version of the Lovers, and it features the gods Tefnut and Shu, and they have quite an involved legend that goes with them, which involves how they were able to have more than their original 2 children, because they had 2 children, and then there was some issue over, in a sense, not having too many children. So they'd made a promise that they would not procreate on any other day of a month. But the god Thoth came to their assistance and won, in a game of chance, an extra day from the moon. But this day would not belong to any given month, and so it was on that extra day that they gave birth to the remainder of their children. But again, this kind of misses the point that I'm feeling with this card, and this card to me today is talking of self-esteem and self-love, because we have the orange colour, which I'm picking up on very strongly, but also on the message I'm getting is of following your heart. It's almost as if, because we have a card associated with Gemini here, so we have this kind of duality of personality, and it's almost as if we have a conflict between the mind and the heart. But this is counselling following your heart, following your feelings, stretching out with your feelings today, and following that path rather than overthinking things. So with that card, I'm going to add the stone that I associate with passion and with self-esteem, which is carnelian, which is this fiery stone here. So I'm going to add that to assist with the energies of that card. So if we look at these 3 cards together, we have laying our cards on the table, sharing our emotions and our feelings, communicating and healing the rifts of the past. We have the card of being the chosen one, following your destiny, following your path, and not trying to avoid it. You cannot avoid your destiny, is the message here. And here we have a message of self-esteem, of self-love, and of following what is in your heart, rather than focusing on what is in your head. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day and this rather interesting look back at today's events. Please feel free to leave me some comments and let me know how these themes affected your day today. Perhaps today was a day of reconciling with friends for you. Or perhaps today was the day that you finally realised and accepted the path that you must follow. Maybe also today you had a choice to follow your heart or to follow your head. Which way did you choose? It'll be interesting, as always, to hear from you. Please also feel free to check out my website, www.theseerscave.webs.com, for more information about myself, my tools, and the readings that I offer. I want to wish everyone a wonderful, blessed and happy rest of your day, and love, light, blessings and frith to you all.